How you doing? That's all off the back. I mean, we have the trailer. That's why I said we don't have it. We currently have a rather big 80-foot by 250 waterfall. He really did on the street. But it is. That's another. I'm not going to pick on him too much. I didn't talk to him after about I asked Teddy, can I call him and talk to him? He goes, I'd give him a couple of weeks.
He fell off the planet because if he blown to the reverse, he would have been all over trying to throw that person. He had him all over.
Well, it's a humbling experience. It'll come back to
It's one of those moments.
Okay, so Ray can sit up there all day until he looks over at the insulator, okay, which Ryan is pointing at, which is protecting the flow of electricity. Okay, it's what allows us to go up and touch those poles. Insulators protect the flow, so they allow them to go to next line over. But the moment Ray looked over and sees a bug he wants to chew on for breakfast, at lunch, he then becomes grounded. So what we're going to demonstrate right now is how wildlife affects our system and how our system reacts. Because what we're doing is we're adding fault current to our line. This is not what we do for a day-to-day basis. This is just for presentation purposes only. We're going to bring in fault and show you how our system reacts. So this first one we're going to do, it's going to get a little loud, okay? So I'm going to give you a 3 count when I hit the button if you want to go ahead and plug your ears. Especially on this side, it's going to get pretty loud. So here we go. We're going to ground out Ray, see what happens. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, those of you want to plug your ears. Oh, okay, clear? What happened? Okay, we get those calls. I'm sure the 911. Okay, was it too close? Okay, sorry. So when we get those calls in the middle of the night, and we always get them saying, hey, we blew a transformer. Okay, you saw that big puff of smoke, you heard that big loud noise. Our transformers, the front of our transformers are covered. Okay, they're covered because we have wildlife covers because of squirrels. Why? Is because underneath that cover are the bushings. Atop we have a hot bushing. If you look on the back, you'll see one that's uncovered. Those hot bushings is what affects the squirrels' effect. They get up there, they sit there, they take in the view of you lovely people, they start eating lunch, and they start relaxing that little tail of theirs. And then when they relax that tail, it normally falls upon our hot bushing, okay, affecting our system. We also have black rat snakes that climb up our poles, will slither up our poles, they don't climb, and they sit up on the top of our poles and they do the exact same thing because they feel the vibration of the pole from what our transformers are on. And they'll go up there and do the exact same thing, and they'll slither around our bushing, and they'll touch it, and it affects our system. So this next demonstration is just to show you how the squirrels affect our system and how our system reacts. Again, might be a little bit of a loud bang here, so if you want to cover your ears, go ahead. We all good? All right, here we go. We're hot, Ryan. Go. Again, not as loud as a bang, but it's the same thing. We get the calls, homeowners going, like, hey, I'm out of power. You blew a transformer. Again, our crews, they get out there, they find what's left of the squirrel, and they do a quick refuse. All right? Start talking to each other over the wire. Okay, and they're sending all that information back to our hub office in Allentown. All right, and what's going to happen is, and this is very important, especially for our first responders, if you arrive on site or you've seen it happen and you're there when that tree comes down and those lines are there, please stay back. And the reason why I say that is because once our Vipers have talked to each other and sent all that information back to Allentown, our responders are going to test it once, just by clicking a button, and they're going to test that line. And we don't want anyone around near there when that line gets tested. All right, so once they test it, they realize, yep, there's the issue. Vipers continue to talk to each other. Let's just say we have 2,000 people without power. After they get done talking to each other, sending all the information back out to Allentown, takes about maybe 10, 20 minutes. We're able to isolate the problem from 2,000 people without power down to about 500 people without power, okay? Because then we'll just have one Viper locked out. The rest of everybody else will get serviced, and then we'll be able to just get out to that issue, figure out what's going on because of what our Vipers have reported back. All right, so the important thing again, and I'm gonna say this a lot, so please don't yell at me or throw stuff at me, is again, you have nothing in your possession, okay? You think, like a lot of folks, we hear a lot, oh, we just really want to help out the first responders, we want to help out the electric company, we wanted to put like caution tape out. Don't do anything, okay? Don't do anything, because you have no idea what's going on our system, and you have no idea what's going on in that wire, okay? So this next demonstration is just going to show you how our system reacts when Ryan's going to put a tree branch in between phase and neutral here. Watch the dusk to dawn light. We're hot. Got 1, 2. Clear. Again, so now goes the lockout. Everybody's, everybody's without power. Again, I have to stress this a lot. Just because if you've seen this open and you've seen our presentation,